The New York Video Game Critics Circle is a group of 40 critics and paid interns who come together to work in the world of video games. We work up here in the Bronx primarily to bring games and journalism to underserved communities.
When you're going through a video game, you're experiencing that story for yourself. Video games can kind of give that level of storytelling that some books can't really match.
We want kids to have fun, but we also want them to think about what's going on in the game, what the narrative like, what the art is like, what went on in the game creator's mind to move you through a level or move you through a chapter in a game.
I think the pandemic in general has really forced us to be more creative and strategic. Bronx was one of the hardest hit areas. It has been challenging to find housing opportunities. School attendance and remote learning in general has been a huge transition for us in the family shelter.
Social isolation, right? They're away from their school community as well, their own peers, their own family members potentially. All the typical traumas and circumstances that our families were typically experiencing were exacerbated during this pandemic.
This has been wonderful for families to just keep them engaged.
Since the pandemic began, we've had about 10 interns who write reviews for us, help us with social media. We also put on every year the New York Game Awards, and that is about 400, 500,000 people watching us online.
There are so many jobs in the gaming industry these days. Writing, drawing, musical, directory jobs. Games are not a waste of time because they are investments into people's future.
We're like a family here. That is like my great honor to have a group of kids that feel comfortable and welcome at the New York Video Game Critics Circle.